Hello and welcome to the 3DS Max tutorial series. This time around we're going to be talking about modeling bigger objects. Another thing to mention when you're editing models such as this is that select works on, you can control select. You can also select by holding down left click and selecting over multiple ones. This can, however, sometimes have a bit of a downside where it may accidentally, so let's say I have it like this and I want to select all of these. Oops, I've accidentally selected all of these ones here as well. Sometimes that can't be helped, other times it can be helped. So there's a button here which is a ticky box which says ignore back facing, which means that if I was on this side, I'll just get into a view which makes it a bit easier to see. And I want to select all of these. Of course, the back ones, the reason why these ones are being selected is because they're not back facing, but when you look at it from the other side, all the ones which are back facing this way have been unselected. Sometimes it's better to just go and control click them, because it makes life so much easier. Sometimes when you're editing, you're going to want to be able to, well, get rid of things and make them go to a point. And to do this, you're going to use the tool called collapse. So what this does is I've selected along this edge here, there's all these different edges, and I don't want them there. So I hit collapse, and it will collapse it into a single point. That may have gone slightly wrong, so I'm just going to control click that and do that, and that has collapsed them to a more nice even point. But I'm just going to leave that because now I've seen that. You can always go back on yourself. In 3ds Max you can go backwards on yourself. Now at the moment there's also Vengons, but I'll fix that later on when I'm not doing editing, because it's one of my pleasures. Now once you've got all this done, and you've got all of this, so you're thinking, well, I like it, so I want to edit them apart from each other. So I'm liking these at the moment, but I'd like to, well, have them a bit different. So I'm going to select these. It's better to go in a different viewport for this. So I'm going to go into this one, and these are small at the moment. I'm going to use a shortcut called Alt and W, and this brings it into full screen view. And now I can go in, and I'm making sure that I have ignore back facing off. I'm going to do this and select all of these. Alt W and go out. Now, if I were to just simply click on this one, I'd lose my selection. So what you got to do is that you can either click on it and then hit undo for the select thing, or you can use your middle mouse to select which viewport you want. And at the moment, you can see I have done a very good job, but I've got a few of these other polygons which I don't want selected. So I'm going to go and hit Alt and unselect them, because Control selects multiple objects, Alt deselects objects you don't need. It's also very good when you're navigating, because at the same time as you have to pan around, you can deselect, and it's much quicker and simpler to get rid of some of them. Now that I have all these selected and I've made sure there's no hidden ones, just going to double check that. It's always best to double check your work. I'm going to use a new function, which is called detach. Now, what detach is going to do is the ones I've selected, I hit it, and these are going to become a new object, separate from this one. So now, I can't select these. I can select the one below it, but I'm in this one. So I'm going to go out of this selection and select this, because it's a completely new object. Now, at the moment, its pivot is set down here, which isn't very helpful for, well, anyone modeling. There's one way to go at it, let's just say. You can go into hierarchy, and you go effect pivot, and you can either manually move it, you can snap it even, if you want to get a bit technical, you can snap it to the bottom of the object, right? Or you can go effect pivot, center to object, align to object, or align to world, right? What center to object does is, it finds, using its own internal maps, finds all the points here and finds the center point where all of these meet in the 3D scene. Align to object does is that right now it will align it to whichever way the object is facing, and then along the other side. What the heck has gone wrong there? Thank God for undo. Yeah, I was editing back then, and horrifically, I had accidentally selected back facing and pulled it out, and I had not noticed. Thank God when you can pan around you can see these effects and hopefully correct them. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you found it informative.